So we did 15 minutes late last time, and now we're going to join you 3 minutes early. So I think it balances itself out somewhat. Not really, but I mean, kind of. So we're joining for another edition of the WWE Popcast. We're going to talk about the just concluded edition of Raw that was live in Kansas City, Missouri. And obviously we're on the 5-week road to SummerSlam now. So everything is building and building and building. And of course it's going to be at the WrestleMania of the summer next month. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to in the next 5 weeks, without a doubt. I am not alone. Oh no, joining me as always is my partner in crime from across the pond, Ashley. Welcome.
Oh wow, that's what I can say.
Yeah, we'll get to why he's saying wow in a minute. And also Mr. Entertainment, Aaron.
Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore. I'm excited to talk about this Raw.
Yeah, we got some interesting
Hang
things.
on.
Go ahead.
I thought that was a third guest.
We may be joined by a third participant later tonight, but that person will probably just bomb in at some point. If not, then I can guarantee you right now for the Pop long weekend for SummerSlam, along with NXT TakeOver and Raw, of course not in that order because it's TakeOver, then SummerSlam, then Raw, there will be more than one special guest as of this moment.
And we all know who that other special guest is.
That's right.
Super Slam!
Super Slam! At a Super Slam, we know what will happen. You know, that's ironic that you play that clip at that point, Ashley, because that's pretty much what we're getting at Super Slam this year.
And just like that video, we can actually, say who we're going to get at SummerSlam too. Undertaker, John Cena.
Oh my God, it's coming to life. Oh my God, it's crazy. So we're going to talk about Raw, and there's a lot of things that happened at Battleground. If you want to hear about what we thought about Battleground, our recap is available on Pop right now. It was yesterday's video, the Battleground Popcast, and check that out.
Yeah, you're watching the wrong video. Go away. Come back later.
Watch that video first, and watch this on archive. But for those of you that are live right now, I want to thank you guys and girls out there for joining us at 11:30 p.m. on the East Coast. And Ashley, what time is it right now where you are?
4:30.
All right.
Hang on. It's slightly getting lighter. Only slightly. It's not as crazy as it was a few weeks back when we were like right at the mid of the summer, and it's like I don't know whether this is me, but it's like over the past 20-something years of my life, I swear it never got light at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm sort of wondering if eventually, like in 10 years' time, if Pop's still going by then, hopefully it is.
It will be.
We'll be in perpetual daylight. It will just be. There'll be no darkness. The owls will be going, what the shit is going on?
So to be honest, Ashley, you've been working us the whole time. We've been thinking you've been from the United Kingdom, but Ashley, your name should be Ash is my name, AK, because you're from Alaska, and that's because that's when there is no nighttime, just the daytime.
I am not AK. How dare you try and put my name alongside the greatness that is Alison Kay? No, I do not want to. I do not feel I am on her level. She is a wrestling great.
Fair enough. So,
should be in WWE.
After what happened last night when The Undertaker decided he wanted to go all heelified and kick Brock Lesnar in the nuts and tombstone him twice, and the fans were like, yeah! It's like old ECW crowd.
I saw one friend made a comment on Facebook, and I guess I missed it. I was just, paying attention to the tombstones. I have to watch it back, but one of my friends was like, I can't believe he kicked Brock in the dick.
It's the lower the blow, the louder the pop. He kicked Brock right in the Jimmy Johns.
Little Jimmy never walked the same way.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. Don't touch
Hang
me.
on. You just reminded me that I need to queue up another sound clip for later.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really nice that later on in the show we had some Jurassic World going on in the back with the security guards and Brock Lesnar.
It was like that scene from Chris Pratt and the Velociraptors. Hey! Don't you do that?
Yeah. I actually walked that scene today when I was working. Real quick, I do want to mention that we had a lot of security tonight, and I can tell you, actually, and this is way in advance, but there were some very familiar faces that I did not necessarily recognize right away in that security team, thus being Brad Maddox, who was easily spotted, and also Solomon Crowe and Tyler Breeze.
Well, Tyler Breeze tweeted that he said, #Raw, no, I was not there, idiots. I got better stuff to do.
No, sure he wasn't.
Oh, wow.
And I got some oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you, too.
Mm.
So, yeah, basically, The Undertaker starts off the show because he's got some splaining to do.
And especially the grunts. I've heard those grunts came out of Undertaker before. He sounded creepier.
He's got that Harvey Firestein voice going on, too.
That's great.
You want a marble? Rest in peace. So, Ashley, I'm going to let you take over here on Undertaker's promo. I pretty much have it in its entirety, but I think you probably do too.
Basically, it's just that streaks are meant to be broken.
Yep. Boo from the crowd.
It's inevitable that it's going to happen.
Yep.
But clearly the thing that irked him is the constant
Reminding.
over and over reminding of it.
Of course.
It's like, basically, he's had enough. And now, what was it? The glimmering ashes.
You have taken what was smoldering ashes and turned it into a raging inferno.
Yeah. And pretty much says, I want you at SummerSlam.
You can't kill what won't die.
Yeah.
Unleash forces, set our careers towards new destinies. I will challenge your mortality and conquer what is yet to be conquered. In the end, just like all living things, be it man or beast, you will rest in peace.
I like peas.
I don't. Ugh. And of course we had fire and lightning and purple light, and that's how the segment ended.
Purple lines all in the building.
Oh God.
When I first heard that Undertaker was going to kick off Raw, of course I believed it because there were, I guess, many questions we can say after last night's questionable but now made complete sense finish to Battleground. That if this was not Vince McMahon trying to get ratings better for Raw after the last couple of weeks have been down, I don't know what is. To start the show off with Undertaker?
That wasn't where Raw kicked off, but I'll let you finish.
Oh, no, that's all I wanted to say is that, starting, it's not every Raw or any day, any Monday night where we see Undertaker start off Raw. And I think they did the same thing with Sting. So in my eyes, even though I didn't see anybody say it on social media, I think it was done because of ratings. Even though they're going to do it anyways, it's just really rare to see Undertaker start off Raw.
Okay, Kanye, how did Raw really start?
The pre-show.
I told you I don't watch this pre-show.
We have to bring up the pre-show because of one moment. We can exclusively now reveal that due to circumstances, Kevin Owens does not like Eden.
I mean, who doesn't like Eden?
Tell you who, Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
It was a promo on WWE.com, so you can probably
Yeah.
find it there anyway.
Okay.
But he basically asks him, like, what's next for you after losing to Cena? And, even before that, when he's asked, how do you feel? And it's like, well, I didn't tap out. I just made sure that my child's livelihood isn't put at risk by me getting, too pompous and wanting to get myself hurt.
That's like a UFC mentality, Ashley.
Hurt my kids and, their food and whatever. It was like, what's next for you? So, look, I'm going to go wherever I feel is right for me. And I don't like you. And then he walks off. It's like, yes, Kevin Owens.
That's awesome.
Just not like in a meme where it's just, I don't like you. Like shrug shoulders sort of way. Yeah, too bad.
Yeah,
Well, you know why, right? Because Kevin Owens likes Disney and Eden likes Universal. That's why.
I don't blame Eden. I would have Kevin Owens say he hates me any day if that's the case.
Hashtag Fast Pass Owens Fast Pass.
Fast 7.
Oh god, those vehicles are still available currently in front of the entrance to Kids Zone.
Wasn't one taken away on a side note?
I think there's 3 of them still.
Oh wow.
Was there 4?
I think one was taken away. There was like a big spot of a picture, of a picture, and there was a big spot left, and one theme park blogger said there was a car there. So
Maybe there was the 4th one then.
Yeah, I can't believe they're still there. Though,
7.
There was never 7.
That would make sense, right? 7.
Then I'll have to have 8.
Oh god.
Then 17.
So
they'll just skip 9 through 6. They'll skip 9 through 16. It'll be like the Naked Gun films.
So Ashley, what did you think of the opening promo?
It really did sound like Undertaker's been smoking too many cigarettes.
It's like I said, it sounded like Harvey Firestein.
The Jedi are here.
That's more Eddie Izzard than
You can
anything
say that
else.
because that's
Ashley.
Disney. It was a brilliant pro. It's proof that 2.5 decades on, man can still cut a good promo.
Yeah, he can. It's just like riding a bike. You basically just get right back on television, and bam, it's like you haven't missed a day.
Agreed.
So John Cena needs to have words with him to learn how to do good promos.
Cena's promos are fine. They're just redundant.
Yeah, but
I
could have.
think-
What came later on could have made much more if you got schooling from Undertaker.
So I like it. I like the way it worked out. I think it makes sense. I mean, granted, you gave a non-finish in a pay-per-view. Wow, shock, surprise, that happens.
Mhm.
So I think that it works, and I think that they're already going to build Brock and Undertaker to this level. Because obviously they faced off a couple times before Mania.
Yeah,
So-
but hang on. We still don't know the whereabouts of Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah, at this point in the show, we had no idea where Seth Rollins was.
At this point, that referee and Rollins are still dead.
Yeah. They disappeared into dust, like into thin air.
You guys, I think I know where Seth Rollins was. Where he was. He was in Hawaii.
I think he was deleting his Instagram pictures.
Again.
So yeah, this was Undertaker of old. This wasn't like Biker Mark. This wasn't like the downtrodden Undertaker we saw get the hell beat out of him at WrestleMania 30. This was the Undertaker that everyone feared, the Undertaker that everyone respected, the Undertaker that all the fans absolutely loved. And the weird thing is, they're building the way that they're doing this. You're making the Undertaker the heel here, but it's kind of like trying to make Ric Flair the heel. You have so much respect for somebody of that magnitude that you just cannot make him a heel, regardless how much you try. You focus on the kicks to the kick to the nuts and the double tombstones, and the fact that he basically helped your not your biggest heel, but one of the biggest heels in the company pretty much retain the championship. And the fact that regardless how we don't want to think about it, Brock won clean as a sheet at WrestleMania 30. So yeah, it's kind of like redemption. I get that completely, but the fact they're booking him as a heel and they can't do that because the fans will not boo the Undertaker.
You know, and anywhere they go between now and SummerSlam, you know, they're going to cheer for both men.
Look at Brock though. We were building up Brock to be like the new baby face and everything, like the Stone Cold style ass kicker, and now they're like, you guys remember a week ago when you were cheering for Brock? Doesn't matter, Taker's back now.
Yeah.
So yeah, all the build up they did to build Brock Lesnar into the closest thing he'd ever would be to a baby face in this incarnation of his character, it's up in smoke because of the fact that the Undertaker's back. So now it's not. I mean, they could have done it as like a respect thing, but the problem with that is that Brock won so like dominatingly. I created a new word there, and the only thing you can do now is say that you got me, you caught me, and just like you can get caught any night of the week, you got lucky. Taker wouldn't say this obviously because it's not in the Undertaker gimmick to word it like this, but basically it's like you got off one lucky shot, you concussed me, and you beat an Undertaker that was less than 30%. Imagine what's going to happen when I'm 100%, I'm healthy, I'm in great shape, and I'm ready for everything you've got. And that's exactly what we're building towards. And I think this match is going to be awesome.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, you know, that's another thing too. Undertaker is, you know, what you were saying earlier. You know, he's rejuvenated.
Yeah, it really is.
That really was, you know, not. I wasn't even complaining that was a short promo. It was a short promo. I wasn't even complaining about that. It was straight to the point.
It did not have to go long. It didn't have to go 20 minutes. It got the point across right away to the fact of why the Undertaker did what he did last night.
Right, and you know, and the Undertaker's always been a man of few words, even though it's part of his gimmick. That's how every opener should be like. But I digress.
So right away, the next segment's basically Triple H and Stephanie rushing to make the match, and it's officially made. But Heyman and Lesnar are on their way to the building, so Triple H is going to put the kibosh on this and say, you know what, we can't have this match in any jeopardy, so we're going to make sure this does not happen. They don't get a hold of each other before SummerSlam. Yeah, we saw how well that worked out. But we'll get to that in a minute. And right away, we have a video package for Brock and Taker that's pretty much right after that.
Yeah, the commercial spot for SummerSlam. I wasn't surprised, you know, when I saw that. You know, why not? Got to start advertising for that match. Actually, you know, we saw a graphic. We didn't see the commercial until later on in the show. But I just wasn't surprised. You know, this is, you know, even though we're getting into it, you know, I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you build a big marquee match and make people care about it. Because in 24 hours ago, people were actually complaining that The Undertaker was back. Are you kidding me? And now after the promo and after all the dust settled after the night, now everyone's excited about it.
You're going to build this in 5 weeks, what it took Cena and The Rock to build for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to work. It's definitely going to work without a doubt. And just, I mean, obviously Undertaker is healing up a bit, but look at it from the perspective that you're going to see two colossal forces face off, and there's going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser, and we all win in the end.
Oh yeah, I think we won tonight.
I agree.
Yeah, and you know,
we'll get to that.
Yeah, of course. And one more note is that, you know, Undertaker, he trended worldwide on Twitter. Not Carter Reynolds, thank
Oh,
goodness.
God, don't start that stuff again.
I still wanted to mention that. We actually had Undertaker
We,
trending #1, so yeah, that's great. Because I remember the reason why I brought it up because I remember Ashley saying that Carter was trending ahead of Undertaker last night after Battleground, and that just didn't make any sense.
well, right now, The Bachelorette is trending above SummerSlam and Battleground, so...
Yeah, and a few minutes ago it was on mine. It's still SummerSlam, but I probably haven't refreshed my feed yet. But before we move on, that's one important note is that SummerSlam's 5 weeks away. When do we ever see a pay-per-view? Even though it's SummerSlam, but when do we ever see a WWE pay-per-view trend worldwide a month in advance?
WrestleMania 28.
Yeah,
True.
So it's safe to say it's pretty rare.
Once in a lifetime, even though it happened the next year.
So,
A lot of people died. All that aside, as you said, Owen, this match, pretty much means that we're guaranteed a winner.
yeah. And there will not be... I don't think there's going to be another match between these two. This is basically going to get it all settled right here and now.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a fight. It's not going to be a wrestling match. It's going to be a fight.
It's going down for real.
Oh, God. So, real quick...
That's what I was saying in my head when we get into what happened later.
I don't want to think about that horrible song. So...
You know the referee's going to probably be for that match.
His name is John Cena.
There's that picture that I saw the meme of this morning with all the Cena marks on the right-hand side, and they were like, yeah, this is awesome. And there's the two Kevin Owens fans, and they're like, oh.
When we get later on into the show, I saw a lot of Cena haters on Twitter tonight.
Oh, we got something to say. Don't worry. I'll get into that. And don't forget how much I
We need to
defended.
get to the most important bit of the night.
I defended Cena, so there you go.
We need to get to the most important bit of the night.
We're way long before that happens.
No, we're not. History was made for possibly the first time in about 5 years.
No, it's not that, because the first part of this is now. The second part of it is not for a little bit.
Yes, but what the history is, we had 2 Divas matches on Raw.
No.
Significant.
We did not have Divas matches. We had women's wrestling on Raw.
Technically, half of them were Divas. So technically, a D woman. It was a D woman.
Well, if you want to get technical,
My boy, a D woman.
D woman, my fave 5, D woman. So basically, we do have our first match of the night, and before we start, the promo for, like, not a video package, anything, not an actual promo, but the graphic on the screen was promoting WWE superstars for some reason. I don't know why. And there were a couple of times tonight that they panned over to the entrance ramp and there was nothing there.
Yep.
Superstar.
The camera work has been stellar this week. Stellar.
Yeah, I saw a lot of great comments. It took me a while to actually notice them. I guess they were not noticeable to me, but I saw a lot of great comments on Twitter. Like, when do I ever see comments on Twitter about the camera work? Like, for Battleground, it was like, oh, I love this camera work. Oh, this is great. I'm like, what are you guys watching? But I guess I saw it during the kickoff show match between R-Truth and Wade Barrett, if I'm not mistaken. Like, there was, like, low camera angles, like, lower.
I like the camera angles they use for Beast in the East, honestly.
Yeah, those were good, but, you know, the ones at Battleground and maybe the ones we saw tonight, are those, like, lower camera angles?
Shot like a house show, like it should be.
Oh, okay. I like that production. You see, okay, well, I'm going to save that comment for later.
Like when TNA first debuted on Destination America, I really liked what they did when they were filming in the Manhattan Center. I thought that was really great camera work.
I really did, too. I thought I wasn't the only one. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't. So, real quick, another misnaming or new naming, the disgusted, like, armbar, like, the the Fujiwara that is used is now called the Disarmor.
Oh,
So is she trying to like defuse a bomb? Is that basically what that is?
why? Okay, is this WWE taking actually wrestling moves and changing the name so kids don't like hurt themselves? Like, oh, I can't even. I can't even. No, like I'm just trying to picture like a kid. Yeah, I guess it's smart because then kids won't hurt themselves. Like, hey, little Johnny, let me disarm you. The hell?
Oh my god. So let's talk about this. Our first
Yep.
match ends up being Brie Bella against Charlotte.
Woo!
One thing out of this match
Yeah.
before we start, something I realized later on in the show, but I want to talk about now. But before, apparently Ashley has something to say first.
Well, we need to play Brie Bella's music.
Oh no! Dude, you're dating Taylor Swift?
I could not believe.
Excellent!
I could not believe one tweet said Naomi. Naomi's entrance theme is like the worst song ever heard, and Bree's not.
Oh my, those songs are like earworms. Those songs are like ear snakes. They get in and they basically constrict your head until it's the only thing in your mind, and it turns your brain slowly to mush.
Yeah, but Bree makes Naomi's song sound like a little better.
No, I hate both of them. I hate both of them equally.
Mm.
This is more entertaining than Naomi and Bella's music. Hang on.
Trouble, trouble. Anybody that went to Bill and Ted will totally get that reference. From
That was-
2013.
and those, and then that goat screaming.
Hola, screaming goat. Okay, you gotta understand the people that have just tuned in right now, or they just found this part of the podcast, and then all of a sudden they're hearing the screaming goat, and I have no words.
Hang on, what's that one do?
Like I was saying, one thing
The show.
One thing I noticed about Charlotte that I've never noticed before, and I'm going to bring it up here, even though it was really, really noticeable when she was ringside for the second women's match of the evening, is the fact something I've never noticed before, but I got it immediately tonight. And I brought this up to you, Ashley, and I'm going to bring it up to everybody on the podcast. Charlotte looks like Kristen Wiig. That may be subconsciously the reason why I didn't like Charlotte when she first started.
He was biased. Boo.
So, yeah, let's talk about this match, really. It was short, a lot shorter than I thought it would be.
Well, let's talk about especially how they keep referencing her as Ric Flair's daughter.
Yeah, right now, I will state, if I never hear the Bellas on commentary again, it would be too soon.
Well, I mean, what the Bellas were saying, though, was true, and we'll get into that when we get into the second Divas match, but, my dad said it, I guess the best. They sounded like the Kardashians on commentary.
Well, here's the thing right now. They need a mouthpiece, because it doesn't need to be either of them. Now, granted, it's hard to get a mouthpiece to a women's group, but they're going to have to, because Nikki and Brie both can't talk.
Yeah, well, they're going to have to as soon as possible because, this is their biggest – if you want to count Stephanie and Brie as a big rivalry, this is their biggest rivalry since their own sister feud, which was the worst thing I ever possibly saw on television. But, this is a big feud. They definitely need to get that mouthpiece soon.
Yeah, it'd be. I know they won't, but it'd be nice if they did. And like I said, this match was short, straight, and to the point, and Charlotte ends up spearing Brie and locks in the figure eight for the tap out, and they do the pinky promise thing, the Power Buff Girls of Paige, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch. So yeah.
Why do you call them the Powerpuff Girls? I want to call them the Nature Girls.
No, they're the Powerpuff Girls.
Is that really? I know it's not their name.
just look at them, Aaron. They're the Powerpuff Girls. They really are. There's a reason why everybody's calling them that, and that's because they are.
I haven't seen it once on social media, but
I have.
I can't believe they're selling those goggles from I still don't get the goggles from Becky Lynch, but they're cool. They're cool now. They grew on me.
It's steampunk.
It's steampunk, and I believe it's from a video game, if I remember correctly.
Also, we've actually got live reaction from a fan in attendance at the Bella's commentary tonight.
Hola, Screaming Goat. So, basically, Ashley, what do you think of the opening match?
Good match.
Yeah.
It was. I'm surprised that they put it over the way they did. It truly is looking like all the other divas are shit.
Honestly, if you don't have a connection that makes you relevant or makes you worth something to the company, I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of divas that are going to get future endeavored soon.
Well, it's not only that, maybe, this is the time to maybe prevent those future endeavors forthcoming, because they have to learn how to have chemistry with the NXT women, because the NXT women, we can all agree on, they compete on a different level because they're given the opportunity to.
God bless Sarah Del Rey.
No lie.
Yeah.
No lie. So, Triple H is in the back. He's on his cell phone. I totally mentioned that. So, and he's telling Paul Heyman to take the night off. Basically telling him and Lesnar to take the night off.
This segment was so funny.
Then apparently the Miz shows up, and Triple H could care less. And he makes the match with the Miz and the Big Show for later on. It's like, it's not exactly what you want, but I don't really care what you want. It's what you're going to get. It's like the Rolling Stones song. You can't always get what you want, yeah.
But if you try sometimes,
you might find you get what you need.
Find you get to host the show on my WWE network.
Yeah. No, but I don't know if you were gonna say it or not, but we may have forgotten the part where he says Paul. He's like, Paul, shut up, Paul. Grow a pair and tell Brock Lesnar. I just thought it was hilarious, and then of course, it was. I can't say it was oddly booked that the Miz came in, and but it was funny. I was kind of pissed that Triple H was ignoring him. The best talk show on.
Yeah, but keep in mind what we witnessed.
Yeah.
As if it's trying to challenge last week. Was Big Show turned face last night?
Again.
I love these tweets. Oh, here comes Big Show face turn number 2033.
That is way too low of a number. There's no way it's that small.
Oh, God.
Last night. All right, what was next?
Tag match. WWE Tag Team Champions, the Primetime Players, in a non-title match against Los Matadores. First thing I note on my notes, why no Xavier Woods on commentary?
Boom!
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, watching Up, Up, Down, Down and his segments on Swerved, I really have developed a lot of liking for the personality of Xavier Woods. Like I mentioned last night on the podcast for Battleground.
Which clearly the right people listen to.
Yeah, sounds like it, honestly, from a lot of different reasons. So in the middle of the match, that, okay, real quick, I want to mention something that was let out earlier today, that they're talking about using the ring apron a lot more in spots.
I heard about that. I didn't read the report. What is that about?
You
The ring
basic,
apron is the hardest part of the ring, right?
it really is, and it sucks like crazy to hit it the wrong way. It really does.
So,
You'll feel it for hours. Trust me, I've done it before.
oh, of course. So, if they're going to use it more, then that means more injuries. That's smart.
There's a safe way to do it and a not safe way to do it. Like, say anything you want to say about the matches that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn had. The apron powerbomb is probably one of the safest spots if it's done correctly.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'm actually all for it. I'm not shocked that WWE has made that decision internally, because those are some of my favorite spots in matches because they look so brutal.
Because Big E used a really awesome leaping splash on the ring apron at Battleground last night, and of course, Darren Young apparently has taken to the backdrop suplex on the ring apron now. And that pretty much set up the finish here for Los Matadores. The New Day come out rocking Run DMC style jumpsuits.
Make it move, make it move.
Okay.
I really thought they were the starting lineup of your insert sports team here.
Ooh.
Titus ends up eating the backstabber, and the Matadors steal it, which is awesome because I love Primo and Epico as a team. I just don't like the Matadors gimmick. I wish they'd just get rid of it and just be Primo and Epico.
I don't even like El Torito. Can we release El Torito?
Torito's fine. I just wish they'd do something with him of worth.
I'm sorry. There's no place for El Torito if there's no Hornswoggle.
El Torito is easily the best worker in that group, so.
I don't know. I mean,
Ashley, please back up this statement for me.
When we had that program, I'm just saying, when we had that program with Hornswoggle and El Torito, it was stupid, but the Wii LC match, which I remember, which was the first ever and hopefully only, it was actually pretty decent. Some of the spots in that match.
Yeah, because Torito's a good worker.
Yeah.
And Hornswoggle listens.
We can have Hornswoggle come back, and then they can fight for the hand of their fair maiden JoJo. She's about the same height.
Wow. Oh.
Stephanie McMahon is not that tall.
Stephanie McMahon looked like a giant compared to JoJo.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's why she must be 2'9".
Every day it seems like it's going down. It's like, oh, she's 3'11". Oh no,
Benjamin Buttoning.
She's big, yeah.
She's still adorable.
Well, yeah, but that's obvious.
Technically, we have to say that, otherwise Randy Orton will RKO us from out of nowhere.
Methinks Randy Orton does not care about JoJo any longer.
I know, but I just want an excuse to do the Randy Orton arm pose.
Oh, God. Like there is never an excuse to do that.
Oh, breaking news. SummerSlam trending at number 8. Number 6, Pixels.
Oh, God, why? So, after the matches...
The movie Pixels?
Yeah, it looks absolutely horrible, and I was putting myself through it Thursday night.
God.
That review will be up on Friday, by the way.
Right. I mean, just real quick, I saw a trailer before I saw Terminator Genesis, which I hadn't. I hope I can get that day back soon. So, anyways, I saw the trailer.
No,
Yeah.
The number 2 trend, #Diva Revolution.
There we go.
I'm not seeing these at all.
I thought it was Divas Revolution. Now it's Diva Revolution?
No, it's Women's Wrestling Revolution.
Yeah, well, yeah. Mick Foley uses the right.
Fuck you, Divas.
But yeah, I saw the trailer of Pixels for Terminator Genesis, and I tried to give it a chance because it was the actual trailer. I don't know what people are going to see in this movie. I mean, is that the best Adam Sandler? Adam Sandler really signed on to this movie? Like, that's what I said at the end of the trailer. How could he sign on to this movie?
Because he doesn't make anything but crap anymore.
Seriously.
Not necessarily. I mean, Click was good.
The last good movie Adam Sandler did was Funny People.
The thing is, of course, you can watch Pixels now.
God.
The original Oscar-nominated short.
I don't think I want it.
it is so much better than whatever this shit from Sandler's going to be.
Well,
We might have a shoe-in for worst film of the year at the Razzies.
I'd much rather watch Logo Rama as a full-fledged film.
it's going to be very interesting to see how much money Pixels makes at the box office.
The downfall of Chris Columbus as well.
No, see, that's the thing about it that gives me a little bit of hope for it. If Chris Columbus can actually bring his A game to the movie, it actually may not be as terrible as we think it might be.
Oh, he's the director?
Yeah.
Oh.
That makes me feel a little bit better about it, but that still
don't
makes me
know.
nervous.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. But
So yeah, that's what we've got there. After this was
What's
done, yes,
oh, I was just saying, what's next?
the the New Day mocked the Millions of Dollars dance, and I love the New Day, I really do, and they were actually getting a favorable reaction from the Kansas City crowd tonight. I noticed that. They're just entertaining. That's the thing. They really are.
I agree. I can't wait to go to another WWE event, and they're there.
The weird thing is, I mean, Xavier's personality comes out, Big E's personality comes out. The person that doesn't have his personality shine through is Kofi. And then if you watch Swerve, you see his personality there.
Yeah, so I think Kofi just needs to get out of his shell. I mean, I guess Kofi's always been kind of struggling to have that personality, because remember that feud he had with Randy Orton?
Oh, yeah. That was a great feud, by the way.
Yeah, it was really good. And that was when he was like more on his own or more on the mic.
So yeah, I like the Matadors getting the win. It puts new fresh blood in the tag team division. Granted, it's the Matadors, but I mean, you got to start somewhere. So I don't have a problem with it. Thoughts on anybody else have a problem with it?
Not really.
You got to do something.
Not with the match. I just have a problem with El Torito unless you bring Hornswoggle back. I mean, if you split, here's how I look at it. If you split Los Matadores up, and then that leaves El Torito, I mean, unfortunately, I see El Torito being released. I'm sorry, I really do.
I doubt it.
I don't know how else they're going to use him. I mean, I'm not saying, like, create a midgets division. I'm just saying, like, maybe team them up with something else.
Oh my God, now you've said it, the idea is brilliant.
Oh, wow. I'm telling you right now.
It's Hulk Hogan's Micro Championship Wrestling 2.0.
Oh, God. AAA has a really successful minis division. I don't know why WWE couldn't do something like that.
Steve?
Max Mini. Is he dead? Is he there with Seth Rollins?
Seth Rollins. We'll talk about Seth Rollins, his living or dead line in a minute. So our next match is The Miz and the Big Show. Nothing really to take from this match. It's basically just a one-sided squash. Miz gets slammed a couple of times. Big Show hits an elbow drop off the middle rope and apparently cracks the Miz's ribs. And he had to be helped to the back. Apparently he calls off the stretcher. And this was done off camera.
He crawled off the stretcher, or got put on a stretcher? Like, is he legit injured?
He called off the stretcher. There was going to be a stretcher for him.
So, because I saw from, I think, Pro Wrestling Mag, a dirt sheet, that he was legit injured.
Yeah, he's definitely got some cracked ribs, if not more than that.
Great job, show.
Yeah. And of course,
it was just a promo with some truth in it. Show at Battleground. You haven't been relevant since the Attitude Era.
I will say right now that basically the Big Show turned this into a where's Ryback? I want my Intercontinental title, and I'm going to be on Tough Enough. How about he shows up on Tough Enough and he fights me, and then he makes fun of the Tough Enough guys. And
When he actually said that, I thought he was joking. Then he talked more about being on Tough Enough. So let me get this straight. Tough Enough had the lowest rating last week. USA Network internally thinking it's a flop. Then we have Big Show on the show tonight. Oh, that's a great idea to improve ratings.
yeah, I'm worried, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, people won't tune out, but I just think, and my dad didn't really agree with me, I just think, it's confusing to mix in a storyline from Raw into Tough Enough, where Tough Enough is a reality show. It's not like another show like SmackDown.
I can somewhat see that, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm worried about Tough Enough. I have a feeling that there's not going to be another season.
No. And I hope the Big Show is bluffing and he doesn't show up.
No, he'll be there.
I know, because Michael confirmed it. He's heading to Orlando. Yeah, if he breaks the airplane seat.
Oh, God. That's like low-hanging fruit right there.
Is it an orange?
Oh, God. All right, so that pretty much was what it was. Paul Heyman does arrive, but Lesnar's not there. He says, I'm going to accept the match, and with your blessing, I'm going to come out, and I'm going to deliver my retort, and then I'm going to get out of here.
Did you notice the cheesy acting here from Triple H and Stephanie? Maybe it was just me. It was just really funny. Like, Stephanie is like, it's going to take more than half the locker room to get Brock Lesnar away from Undertaker, and Triple H is like, yeah, you're right. You got to get security. Damn. It just seems funny to me. Like,
Yeah, I can somewhat see that, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's true. It's gonna take the entire locker room to break them apart.
It was true. I mean, if you're a true wrestling fan, if you did it, if you knew from those words before they went to commercial break, all hell's gonna break loose.
Oh yeah, of course.
So that was definitely a very strong indicator that something big was going to go down.
All right, so let's go to. Oh, we're not there yet. Let's go to Triple H and Stephanie have the entire roster. It says, we won't let The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar destroy each other. Your livelihood depends on it. There's strength in numbers. We're not asking you to help out. We're telling you to.
I didn't see that, and I saw one tweet saying that this backstage meeting looked ridiculous or stupid.
It was weird. It really was, because it felt like it reminded me of like the old WCW Battle Bowl Lethal Lotteries. That's what it reminded me of. So yeah, that's what we had here. Let's talk about Paul Heyman's promo up next.
Ooh, we're close.
Ashley, have at it, sir.
So he comes out, does his usual introductions, and says that basically, did Seth Rollins get the upper hand last night? No. Did he, smash 7 bells of crap out of Lesnar? No. Did he win the match? No.
You sound like Scooby-Doo on purpose.
Well, the intent is no.
There you go.
But basically it was because of the demonic resurrection of The Undertaker. And he says there's a reason why they keep, the fact that last night they went face to face for the first time in 469 days, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yep, I've got it right here.
469 days. The last time, of course, being when Brock Lesnar defeated The Undertaker streak at WrestleMania 30. And already you're going, okay, it's probably not a wise thing to mention. 11th commandment. Sorry, 12th commandment, thou shalt not provoke The Undertaker.
Yes, indeed.
He says, it's something worth boasting about. People like Michaels, Triple H, Edge, Not Foley.
Flair.
Flair.
Orton.
Hang on, when did Flair face Undertaker?
It's happened. It happened at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was 2000. No.
I don't remember what
Oh,
year,
yeah,
but it happened at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
that nobody remembers. Oh no, the one that nobody remembers is A-Train and Big Show.
Oh, yes. The match that was supposed to be Abyss.
Triple H, go through a whole list.
Did you
Doesn't
hear that,
mention
Ashley?
Phil, of course. Doesn't mention Phil.
Why wouldn't they mention Phil?
Anyway, it says all those didn't, but the Beast did. And considering how Undertaker wants to make this personal, Brock Lesnar, and he just says it about 4 times, how Lesnar beat his streak. But no matter what happens, you might have sold your soul to the devil, but your ass is still Brock Lesnar's. Staring at the camera. Bong! Scared shitless at the camera before the lights come out. And then Undertaker's just like stalking him, walking him down, backing him into one of the ring corners. Cue Lesnar's music, and immediately I was just pretty much thinking, hang on, if I can get it up. It's not even working.
Oh, God.
This is like, this is Bane stuff. This is...
It really was.
With the amount of people that got involved with this, I swear.
There he is.
And
It went pretty much that for 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. And the way that Paul Heyman said that your ass is still Lesnar's, and how he stared into the camera, and that was just an incredible end to another great Paul Heyman promo. And then when Brock Lesnar was out there, I've never seen Brock Lesnar ran so fast in my life. It's just like Big Show ran fast last week. Now here comes Lesnar. It was like, okay, shit is about to go down, and it did.
It's like when he jumped the barricade at Battleground last night.
Oh my God. A freaking superhero. Not even a superhero. I don't even know what that was. I can't even describe that. He jumped over like it was nothing. I told my dad, look, he jumped over like a 1.5 barricade. He's like, what are you talking about? It's like 3 feet or 2 feet.
Still.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's another One Direction Appreciation Day, you bastards.
that was the Undertaker grunt for One Direction.
Yeah, that's what he did. He attacked them.
All right, so we continue now. All hell
Okay, so
literally does break loose.
Yeah, security comes in. They can't even do anything. Wrestlers come in, and at times they keep them apart, and other times, nope. So much so that basically, I don't know whether this is sort of hidden meaning, practically Kevin Owens is hugging Brock Lesnar.
I saw that, yeah.
It's like, please don't hurt me because I stole your move.
And I can't believe I even saw a tweet during this, or maybe like a minute or two when they went to commercial break or when they were out of the ring. Someone said, I almost said Kevin.
You called him Kevin Jonas?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, what the hell was I going to say? Kevin Owens. Someone said, oh, Kevin Owens is in there like a jobber. Oh, my, come on. It's part of he's part of the roster. I said myself on Twitter, everybody that was a jobber on the roster wasn't tonight. They were all used in that segment. So they're technically not jobbers anymore.
I saw Curtis Axel in that lineup, too.
Without blonde hair.
He had the brother mustache, though.
I saw it.
The handlebar and the goatee.
Rubber.
So, basically, the entire locker room empties out. It tries to separate them. They just keep
Not the
fighting.
entire locker room, because,
Cena, Orton, Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper,
Reigns.
Reigns, and I think that and Amber is not.
Sheamus.
No, Sheamus was out there.
Or was he?
I clearly saw Sheamus out there.
Oh no, yeah, he showed up towards the end. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I gotta go out there."
So yeah, that's basically what happens there.
He didn't go out there if he was supposed to be there.
That's opening up a way there, sir. So they basically fight, and the funny thing is, but when this first starts, when Undertaker is throwing his soup bones and Lesnar takes him down and starts mounting punches, Triple H calls for help. He gets security. Indie worker security, of course. That's how it works.
Yeah, but different. They're not like WWE security. They're supposed to be like building security, I guess.
Pretty
They've got
much,
like state sort of uniforms on.
I like that one part where there was like Triple H. I don't know why he just put his hand like on Lesnar's head. It was weird. It was like when he was still in the ring, and then when Lesnar, I mean, we all watched it. So then when Lesnar was outside the ring, and Triple H is like, "No, save it Sunday. Stop it, guys, stop it."
God.
But it was, oh my God, just keep talking about
The
it.
best bit though in that first part before it headed backstage
Yeah.
was literally Brock screams, "I'm gonna kill you!
And Taker's response is, "You're gonna have to."
You're gonna have to!"
But
It's
then,
like you really are capitalizing on this.
yeah, no, exactly. Like, but then when Lesnar says it again in a minute when we get into it, when we get backstage, he says it even higher. Like a higher pitch. I'm gonna kill you!
He does have like this like beastly mating call when he screams too.
It's the funniest thing. Oh my God.
He queued it up.
Indeed.
Yes, he queued it up.
Indeed.
He caught me off guard because I was queuing up something which is going to happen in about a minute.
Okay, so basically they go to a commercial break, and it's funny. Ashley asked me off camera, "Is Seth Rollins dead?"
Well, I mean, at this point, I was like, "Why a commercial break?" I literally said that out loud.
We're an
Yeah.
hour in, and we still don't know his whereabouts.
Yeah.
He just disappeared like it was Mortal Kombat. So
And spoilers, because I wasn't paying attention to last night or tonight, the referee could still actually be dead.
and the referee really hasn't disappeared. Just completely disappeared.
Yeah.
So yeah, that basically happens. We go to commercial break. When we come back from commercial break, they subdue the Wild Brock with zip ties.
Oh my goodness. Hey, hold on. We actually forgot to mention how the commentators ran away. I thought that was great.
Didn't notice
Yeah.
that actually.
Cole's like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah,
And JB was like,
Me too.
too. Byron didn't care. He's like professional. Yes. That was the best bit. The two others nobody likes ran away. The one that we want to have on commentary was there.
Can we get Renee and Tom Phillips out right now to do commentary for the rest of the show?
Oh my God.
No. When they had the pairing of Lawler and Saxton, it worked.
Oh.
They did a good job, back after WrestleMania.
And Byron and Cole had a really good job at 5 o'clock in the morning in Stamford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
They really did, yeah.
Two-man teams, they weren't broken back in the day.
Just get JBL off commentary, I'd be happier.
Mario!
Oh God, here we go. It's Aaron's favorite person, JBL.
Oh my God. No, don't try that on me.
So Brock says, "Don't touch me," like 1,000 times. Like seriously, don't touch me. It's like,
Don't touch me.
dude, this is a shoot. Don't touch me. Oh
But
my
it was
god.
funny because when he said "Don't touch me," he said it 2 times because they were touching him.
Well, the funny thing is when they're escorting him out, when they got his hands zip ties and everything, he's smirking the whole time. The guy has got his hand close to Brock's back, and he is like, if I touch him, he's gonna deck me on national television right now.
Oh, you know, oh, don't get me wrong. That part was so good because at this point Lesnar was so unpredictable. You thought he was going to beat up all the security guards at one point, and he's probably capable of doing that. Probably throw one in the audience like that car door part. But I mean, it was just so unpredictable at that point. I didn't know if he was going to break the zip ties. It was great.
I think they did it really well, to be honest.
Yeah, that bit. But we're not done. We're just
Oh
about done.
no, we're not done. One thing I noticed, and I think Ashley picked up on air, and I want to see if you picked up on it. Did you notice that there was a security guard when he ran to the ring? He tripped.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
Oh man. I guess I was just in the moment.
it's just paying attention way too much, to be honest.
No shame in that. It's the little things.
Yeah. Let's get a replay of that moment.
Yes, The Price is Right tuba has made its debut on Pop. It's about time. Considering the fact my literal, one of my first words was Bob Barker, I think it makes perfect sense that would be the case. No, I'm not kidding. I have a lot of people that can back up this statement. So Rollins arrives finally laughing, so his whereabouts have now been found. And he's like, I was going to give him a piece of my mind, but it's probably better that they're gone now. So that's pretty much where we go with that.
But I wanted to say just about the whole Lesnar Undertaker brawl. That was, I can't remember the last time. I mean, I can remember the last time I was jumped up and down and just freaking hooping and hollering.
I was having a rowdy good time.
I was. I mean, during this whole brawl, I was like, oh my god! I was literally sounding like that. And
I buy that.
yeah, and they broke the internet. That was the best brawl in many years. It wasn't even close to the brawl that John Cena and Brock Lesnar had, where Brock Lesnar broke John Cena's nose. This is how you build a match.
Oh, yeah. And you don't have to have a year to do so. You have 5 weeks to build this up, and I think they're going to go at a faster pace, and I think it's going to work a lot better in the end.
This kind of brawl you see on other programs. We're not used to seeing this on WWE.
No.
So, if I was TNA, before I start taping episodes this week, I would quickly rewrite an episode where there's a riot again, and just have the whole locker room.
like the debut at the Manhattan Center, where they all were fighting outside, and then they ended up fighting indoors in the building.
Yeah, so I know some of the TNA wrestlers have friends in WWE, and if they saw the show tonight, they might want to rewrite the script. I mean, that's what I would do.
I would have Global Force and TNA fighting into the building.
Exactly, and I think they might just do that. And that's when that's when haters say TNA copies WWE, but WWE did it first, and so if TNA was mocking WWE what they were going to do, they would have had the script in their hands. They don't. Coincidence happen, ladies and gentlemen. But the Undertaker and Brock Lesnar brawl just, I've just never been excited watching that Raw. I mean, we've probably been getting more better Raws this year than in a long time. But yeah, that segment left me speechless. I was sold on that match, and anybody who was not sold on that match after that segment, just go home. Just go.
So, real quick, I want to go into the chat room right now. Acer has made his presence known in the chat yet again. Heyman was just as golden as always on the microphone. It was about to get real and about to go down between Brock and Taker. What a brawl it was for sure. Hot damn, the Beast. There's threats between Brock and Seth. JBL loves his maggle. And the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar, does not like to be touched, damn it. Aaron has a really good point. He says, how come I could never see John Cena? And you can currently in a theater near you right now in a movie called Trainwreck.
In the most disturbing scene.
You're telling me, man. I walked that scene today. That's even more awkward.
Well, Dean Ambrose has a scene of his own in the movie he's starring in this fall.
God.
So that's going to be... Is Renee Young in that scene?
I highly doubt it. And much appreciated to Aaron popping in to say hello. He's a member of the Horror Nights Updaters, and he's a really good friend of mine. And you can check him out on Sheppy the Bolus on Twitter, and check out Horror Nights Updaters on Twitter as well. So,
Hello, other me, because he's got the same name as me.
Because you can't see John Cena's Acer's response. So, not the last time we do that. Real quick, we pan to an awesome picture of Roman Reigns with his eyes cut out and his mouth cut out on a dartboard. And
it wasn't a picture, really, was it?
The Wyatt family don't like Aquaman at all, do they?
It wasn't a picture. It was more of a collage.
It was like
it was ring attire. It was ring attire.
It was a picture on a dartboard, but basically it was done with like fabric. So it was like a piece of fabric on a dartboard.
It's Luke Harper's actual ring attire.
It's his actual jacket, yeah. So we have Bray Wyatt standing there with Luke Harper. He says, "My family stands by my side. I'm an enigma." He's charismatic, but he's not the charismatic enigma. Basically, the revolution that sees Roman for who he is. You chose him. You anointed him. Now you're going to burn for it. It will never stop brick by brick, and something that I've been saying for months, anyone but you. So...
Anybody but you. Run.
I like this. I love the fact that the Wyatt family are back together, and I know Eric Rowan is out until probably the beginning of 2016, if not the end of this year, with the injury. So it sucks that he's not going to be a part of this, but I have a feeling we're getting Wyatt Shield 2015 that's going to happen at SummerSlam this year.
Yeah, thank you.
Sign me up right now. I'm totally in.
What I said on Twitter, Shield versus Wyatt's again. That's what I'm saying.
But we get a match here, and this is... wait a minute. Didn't somebody mention this match happening tonight on Raw last night at Battleground? Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, you did. I was going to say...
I said Roman and Harper would face off, and then they do the tag match later on. And sure enough, that's exactly what happens on Raw tonight. And Dean Ambrose comes out, showing up for the first time, since obviously he's having some legal issues right now, but hopefully that'll work itself out, because Jerry McDevitt is the lawyer to have among lawyers to have.
And, and for the people who were pissed that he wasn't at Battleground, it wasn't the end of the world, people. He showed up on Raw. Yay. It's not like he was gone forever.
Nah, he was just doing some mastering, no problem.
Right, yeah.
Did you just pick up what I said?
Yeah, exactly. I see the pictures on social media.
He was just doing some mastering, no problem. I mean, since apparently CZW is going to pay-per-view now, I mean, it makes sense given the fact that Ambrose is one of the most successful CZW World Champions ever.
Yeah, I bet... I can't bet how much their pay-per-views will be, but...
Acer says, Horror Nights Spooky John Cena has that five-knuckle shuffle, does the you can't see me pose, and he disappears from out of nowhere. At least two halves of the Wyatt family reunited. If you're not in chat right now, you don't understand the magnitude of these statements, but they're awesome. Yay for Ambrose making his presence felt. He's a lunatic fringe. Don't mess being involved in the Ambrose Asylum.
Let's get to the match.
Luke Harper, Roman Reigns. This match actually has a really good Raw's like main event you would have on like maybe a first or second hour, and it didn't actually get that. They gave me a promo for the end. So we'll pick it up off the fact that Roman Reigns ends up getting sidestepped to the floor. And when he lands with a thud, like, awkwardly on his shoulder. And you can hear, like, a yelp from Roman when he lands. And it wasn't like a, I'm selling up. It's like, dude, this really hurts, yelp. I need to, I probably should finish this match, but I probably need to get some medical attention afterwards.
Yelp that matters.
I got a feeling that Ammon's going to pop his shoulder back into place tonight, I guess. It sounded bad. He gets back in at 9, and he works the rest of the match pretty much on one arm. So Harper with the repeated knee drops and punches away. Roman with a one-handed pump handle suplex. And Harper rams him arm first in the ring post when he tries to take advantage. Slingshot senton, Eddie Guerrero style, and locks in a modified version of the Anaconda Vice. Something you do not see on WWE television any longer for good reason. He chokes him with his own arm, he tosses him into the buckle, charges in with a big boot, and Harper crotches himself, goes to the floor, and a boot in, a front kick, boot, front kick. Apparently he's gone to the Neville School of Kicking. Thank you, Roman. Right hand, clothesline, rebound, leaping clothesline, whip in, charges in, he puts on the brakes, and he swats away the big boot from Harper. Samoan drop, Bray gets up in Roman's face, Bray gets punched, and ends up hitting the drop kick to the side of the head to both members of the Wyatt family. He sets up for the Superman punch. He cocks his fist. Bray pulls him to the floor, and the referee calls for the DQ. Sends him
You missed the best bit.
Go ahead.
You missed the best bit.
No, I didn't. God.
That happened in the middle of the thing. Luke Harper's trademark.
Yeah. That, yeah.
I really don't get that. I really don't.
So, basically, Ambrose attacks, and Harper hits a running snake eyes across the barricade. I thought that was awesome, knocking him into Justin Roberts' land. And Bray and Harper beat up on Roman, toss Roman in, and it's funny because Harper walks in the Regal stretch.
And it's also funny because the commentator is about to run off again.
Yeah. Ambrose comes in, attacks Bray. A right hand turned into the Jawbreaker Lariat. And I like this because it set up Sister Abigail, but it gets stopped when the Superman punch does connect, and the Wyatts retreat through the crowd. And like I said, we're getting Wyatt Shield version 2 at SummerSlam. I think that pretty much solidifies it.
Oh, so that quick at SummerSlam.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Okay, because I was thinking...
5 weeks. 5 weeks, Aaron. 5 weeks to build a pay-per-view.
But I was thinking Eric Rowan in the picture, but then I forgot Eric Rowan's actually severely injured.
He's out till at least December, if not longer.
Right.
So we may see a new member of the Wyatt family. It depends. Okay, Ashley, Seth Rollins comes out, and have at it, sir.
So they do a recap again of the main event from last night.
Yeah.
Seth comes out and basically says, yeah, I proved you all wrong last night. Everybody thought, I was going to lose. I was going to get destroyed. I wouldn't be alive.
Bought into Heyman's propaganda.
I honestly thought for about 80 minutes tonight. And look, I proved you all wrong. All you people doubting me with your suplex shitty shirts. If only he said that, that would have been better.
I'm sure it would have been, but no, he didn't go there on a PG show for sure.
No, everything that's been put in front of me, I've dealt with. And I don't feel I'm getting the respect that I deserve, given that I am WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And then
Oh.
Oh, that never ever gets old.
Half of the internet goes, what?
Yeah.
And the other half goes, what? So he comes out and says, wow, what a piece of crap you are. What a piece of crap you are, you know.
Mm.
What a great role model. Huh. And the key line, the title doesn't make the man makes the title.
Correct.
Pretty much implying that the World Heavyweight title means bugger all, and that the US title is the most important title in the company now.
That's what they were saying.
Or you're also saying that the WWE World Heavyweight title means nothing unless it's in the hands of one man.
His name is John Cena.
I would laugh at that, but that's depressing. We've gone full cycle on trying to find the new face of the WWE, and it turns out we know who that face is.
His name is John Cena.
Oh, God.
WrestleMania 40, it's going to be probably, I don't know, somebody the caliber of, I don't know, let's think of somebody coming up. Timothy Thatcher, and his opponent and challenger,
His name is John Cena.
WrestleMania 50, some person I don't even know, or may not have even been born yet, is going to be taking on the champion.
His name is John
And then at WrestleMania 60, in some weird sort of confusing thing, John Cena will be champion, and the Royal Rumble winner for that year.
His name is John Cena.
That's what we're getting at.
Oh,
We're pretty much saying the only person that is fit to hold that title is Cena.
Yeah.
And that's what we were trying to get away from. That's why you had Lesnar with the belt. That's why you wanted possibly Reigns to have it. That's why Rollins has it. That's why Sheamus has a briefcase.
Yeah.
That's why John Cena has the US title, because he's about pushing the future.
Correct.
Not the people that are already the future, because they're already at the top of the table.
It's very true.
Because, let's be honest, Seth Rollins isn't the future. He's
No.
the present because he's the incumbent champion. You can only be the future until you haven't got to that level yet.
Correct.
Technically, Roman Reigns is still the future. Dean Ambrose is, despite stealing the belt, is still technically the future.
Cesaro is the future.
Yeah.
Yes. Owens is the future. Zayn
Yeah.
is the future. Balor is the future.
Samoa Joe is the future?
You never, unlikely, but you never know. No. Seth Rollins is the present.
Yeah, exactly.
I know there's plenty of John Cena fans out there, but it's got to come to some point when Cena is the past. Because it will come eventually. Because the way it's implied, it looks like you're going to get a title for title match at SummerSlam.
So basically it's WrestleMania 6.
It's WrestleMania 6, it's TLC 2013.
Oh yeah, Orton and Cena. I forgot about that match.
Yeah. It's what was the other one? It's technically the whole Jericho Vengeance thing as well.
Mm.
Yeah, it's No Mercy 2002, Kane versus Triple H,
Yeah.
when they got rid of the IC title. implying that they're going to get rid of the US title. Because, screw America, the world's more important. Also, because I just remembered it, they really ditched that angle with the American soldier getting beaten the crap out of by
well.
Rusev back in the day.
Well.
Probably for good reason.
Yes.
Well, I saw, about the John Cena interrupting Seth Rollins. I didn't mind it, nor mind where it was going, because of the matches that we've seen Cena have with the United States Championship. Now, granted, maybe if he's going to win the WWE Championship, which I don't think he will again, because then that truly would not make any sense at all. Even if he held it for 1 month, 2 months, or whatever, because Seth Rollins, no, not Seth Rollins, but he would have to drop the United States Championship to hold the WWE Championship. But I just think it's not spoiler John Cena wins. I don't think John Cena is going to beat Seth Rollins if this is what we're heading to. So I don't understand why the internet was in full heat mode on Cena because he interrupted Seth Rollins. It's like, okay, is the internet wrestling community thinking that we wouldn't get a good match between John Cena and Seth Rollins? And are we thinking John Cena would win? Not likely.
It's just because what's on the line.
Oh, no, I
Yeah.
understand that, but I'm just saying, John Cena, it seems, I think one dirt sheet, I forgot how they said it, it seems like he's open to losing. I mean, he lost to Owens.
Yeah.
That wasn't for a title. But we can't take the easy road out. I mean, the easy way out, and say spoiler John Cena wins against Seth Rollins. That may not be the case. And plus, even if he does, do we forget that Sheamus has the Money in the Bank briefcase?
Yeah, but then again, you've just set the precedent. Cena only loses when it isn't with a title.
Yeah.
When it is with a title, he wins. You've already set this precedent with Owens.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people are fearful of.
I wouldn't be too much fearful of that.
Because they know Vince is an insecure bastard.
Yeah.
And he
be
knows
fearful.
the viewing figures for the network are down.
Yeah.
He thinks the way it'll get boosted probably is, whether he wins it or not, have Cena in contention.
Yeah.
Of course, that is completely the opposite of what should happen.
I mean,
More guys that are over, like Cesaro, like Ambrose. I mean, admittedly, he's had a shot already this year, but more of the people that are over, rather than 50-50 splitting the fans' opinion, need to be put over. I know it's saying, Rollins versus Cena is going to be really good on Rollins' CV.
Mhm.
True, but it's just a case of, it'd be the equivalent of a 3-year-old baby having a boxing match with a 93-year-old man. It's not really a fight that you want to see, and also you might want to phone up social services.
I mean, if we had John Cena versus Seth Rollins after SummerSlam, like a Night of Champions for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship again, then that would be a problem too, because then that means John Cena's in the
If Cena
same.
doesn't have a belt, it means something.
Yeah, no, it does mean something. But I was gonna say,
If Cena drops that belt through some sort of shenanigans, thanks to Rollins interfering,
yeah, that's how they would.
then
do
you
it.
can still have a US title match.
Right. But
Dear God, let it be Owens.
but going by your point or your view is if he faces Seth Rollins again or someone else, but there'll probably be a rematch from SummerSlam at Night of Champions. Undertaker versus Lesnar excluding, because that'll probably be a one-time thing. I can't see that even happening at Night of Champions. So Night of Champions, Cena versus Rollins again for the World Heavyweight Championship. I understand your point there, and it would even be kind of ridiculous whether he has the United States Championship or not, and he's still trying to get the WWE Championship from Seth Rollins, because that would put Cena back in the same spot where he was last year when he was facing Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at Night of Champions. Then that would be kind of ridiculous.
I'm just wondering now whether somebody's going to have the title change in the UK tour.
It's a possibility.
Yeah,
Because we saw how well it went over with Balor in Japan.
there's been title changes overseas.
Not in the UK. Not for
Yeah.
a heck of a long while.
Oh, not for a long time.
How significant. What I'm wondering is, it's Manchester, which is only a stone's throw away,
Mm.
relatively. What if Sheamus cashed in on that show?
That actually might work.
It'd be something I'd want to see.
Yeah. I can see that. I mean, I wish this could be Barrett's time. But he doesn't got the briefcase, so it's not.
Whose time?
Barrett.
Barrett?
Yeah. I really would like this to be where Wade Barrett finally gets his just due.
To be a World Heavyweight title contender?
I've been wanting Barrett to be world champion for a long time. And then he got hurt, and then he became snake bitten, and now they don't have any trust in him, so they don't give him a title.
Yeah, and again, it's not his fault he got injured, but I just
No, it's not.
It's only fair.
Not Fandango's fault either.
Yeah.
It's only fair that it should be somebody else's time.
I agree.
Because Vince McMahon is scared.
Yeah. Scared of the fact that NXT has sold over 10,000 tickets at the Barclays Center, and I mean SummerSlam sold out. I mean I get that, but
Tickets for SummerSlam have been on sale since I think like April or May-ish,
yeah,
and have,
something like that.
over the last couple of months have sold out.
Yeah.
Technically, the NXT show I think has sold out 4 times. Because they allocated it for like a few thousand. That sold out in seconds. And then they allocated it to like 6 or 7. They sold out then. Then they switched it to like 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
Sold out. And now I think they've pretty much just gone, screw it, the entire arena. And they are on the verge of selling out. This is in the space of, what, a week?
Yeah, pretty much.
NXT's done in a week what SummerSlam's done in 2 months.
Yeah.
Need I say less?
That's something to say right there, to be honest.
I really think that NXT TakeOver Brooklyn is going to be like their WrestleMania. Like it's going to be their biggest audience yet, but the nationalities of people in that audience as well, because it's SummerSlam weekend. It's going to be like WrestleMania weekend all over again. Really.
The best bit is if you measure it out, and NXT actually has more people there in attendance than SummerSlam.
That's funny.
Like I said last night during the Battleground podcast, when it comes down to it, I wanted to hear the sing along with Enzo with 10,000 people.
Yeah, but you won't hear that because Vince McMahon is SAWFT.
Oh God.
Well, I don't know after tonight. Vince McMahon put on a really good show tonight.
I would say right now that, okay, some people will get what I'm saying here and some people won't. So, at this point right now, John Cena is to the point in his career where he's going to start putting people over. And putting people over doesn't necessarily mean getting people wins against him. You can put someone over really, really well if you don't necessarily beat them. Like, for example, he did a lot for Kevin Owens and has done a lot for Kevin Owens and continuously does a lot for Kevin Owens. And if this is over between Cena and Owens, which I don't think it is, then he's done a lot to make Kevin Owens even more than he already was. Owens doesn't need a title to be over.
Okay, so actually, here's a good question for you guys. does Cena need to put over Rollins in this case, or can Rollins stand his own ground?
If Cena would win the title from Rollins and then Sheamus cashes in on Cena, I wouldn't have an issue with that. But
like that's what I picture happening because all these people on Twitter are just like, no, this is a terrible idea. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen though. You like I said, you can't take the easy road and say spoiler Cena wins when you know damn well it's going to be a good match and you don't know if Sheamus is going to cash in then.
I think it's an interesting concept that people right now are trying to, like, I'm trying to think of how I want to say this. They're basically trying to get it through everyone's head that LOL Cena wins, the thing that everybody's talking about. Well, the fact is, John Cena has lost a lot more than people think. John Cena has become what a lot of people gave Triple H crap for back in the day. A lot of people gave Jeff Jarrett for in TNA. And Cena's put a lot of people over. He's made a lot of people look like $1 million.
In the past 3 months, yeah.
Yeah, the open challenges have continuously been the best segments on Raw every single week.
Right.
And I mean, this is weird timing, but WWE kind of booked themselves into a corner here because Rollins beat everybody already. And it wasn't really time to send a heel after him. So the only person left to go after him is Cena. And if you remember the Cena-Rollins match that they had on Raw, it was spectacular.
There you go. And actually, who won that match? Rollins and Cena on Raw.
Ashley, was that a no contest or did Cena win? I thought it was a no contest, but I'm not positive on that.
When was this?
Someone a while back. I remember. I just can't remember the date.
It was two. Yeah, they've had a couple matches on Raw. They had a cage match. Yeah, they've had several matches on Raw. They have great chemistry in the ring together, so I don't have a problem having Cena and Rollins. It seems like really weird timing, to be honest.
Well, I mean,
we don't know the answer off the top of our heads, but I'm just going to take an educated guess.
Because the other thing too is that the tweets I was seeing is that it's going to be Steen versus Rollins. I didn't see that happening at all. I mean, Steen versus Rollins. I mean that would be huge for Rollins, but I mean it was even huge for Victor of the Ascension holding back Brock Lesnar. No, Undertaker.
I saw him talking to him too. That was entertaining to watch.
That is huge. So
I'm confused. Why are 5 people watching us?
Thank you to everyone that's watching currently live at 1 o'clock in the morning. And you know who's watching us? Go ahead, Ashley.
Yeah. I think I've got an idea.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now that it's just one of those things that people have to understand that just because Cena beats somebody doesn't mean that they're buried. They have to understand that right away.
Oh my god, I cannot believe I saw some of the tweets come in. I used to be that kind of fan. I used to hate on him too. I used to say the same thing. Oh great, he's buried. But now I get the what's the word for it? I get the science or psychology behind it. Because I mean, I could not believe some of the tweets I was seeing tonight just because Kevin Owens lost and he can't get the United States Championship now, and Cena, he may be done with Cena just because he was breaking up a brawl doesn't mean he's a jobber now. I mean, come on.
And it's just one of those things. It's that internet mentality. It always has been the case, and it always will be the case. There's people that are gonna hate John Cena forever, and that's how it is. That's the state of wrestling we have right now.
I mean, John Cena said in an interview he would not leave WWE for movies, which I don't, really believe. But, he said he would be in WWE for life, and I'm pretty sure fans had a field day with that.
I can see that. He doesn't seem like somebody that's going to walk away. I can see that right now.
So, if he's in WWE for life until he retires, hell, you know what? I don't freaking mind that. Because he's putting on the best matches of his career. So,
It's just, it's weird timing, though, it really is. I mean, Rollins and Cena I have no problem with, but it would seem like we're leading to Cena and Owens again at SummerSlam, or the three-way with Cesaro, or even the four-way with Rusev, which I know is not going to happen now. So, I mean, it's one of those things. It's weird timing.
It may not make sense now, just like Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, but it will make sense. It's got to make sense for a SummerSlam. All these matches, we have to be sold on it. I mean, I guess we can all agree on I'm sold on Brock Lesnar and Undertaker.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, they got to sell us on John Cena and Seth Rollins, so they're going to use 4 more weeks for that.
It should be interesting. It really should.
Everybody that's important is watching us, by the way. I have checked this out.
God, that's loud. So, real quick, I do want to say that I know this is going backtracking, and that's a horrible thing to do this late in the morning or this late at night. But Harper and Reigns, I thought it was a really good, hard-hitting match. I really enjoyed it, and I definitely wanted to mention that real quick before we move on, since I don't believe you guys got to voice your opinions on that match before we started talking about Cena versus Rollins promo.
Yeah, that was a good match. Better than the Cena Rollins promo.
Yeah, I can see that.
I just liked how it was like a very mini brawl, and the commentators just jumped up again because, they thought it was going to get out of hand again.
So, yeah, that's what we've got, and we're going to move on to our next segment here. And our next segment is the second part of a conversation we had at the beginning of this podcast, and that is the second women's match of the evening, which is tag team action. We have Paige and Becky Lynch taking on Sasha Banks and Naomi, and Naomi's got the light-up boots back. She doesn't look like a streetwalker tonight, which is awesome. And it is made apparent that on SmackDown this week that the Bellas are going to face off against Sasha and Naomi, so that's pretty much been booked. So you always ask about matches that are going to be booked for SmackDown. That's what they announced for SmackDown this week.
Well, I'll be watching SmackDown for them. People should, just for that. But we should also take note that Tamina is, I guess, Tina now.
Yeah, that was weird.
Come on, Cole. Really, Cole. Every week.
Hey, he called Tamina Tina.
Ah. That's what happens when you're the ampersand.
Tina, make the save. Gosh. So, yeah, that one everybody said. So, real quick, this match was good. It was a good tag team match. I really enjoyed it. We basically...
Yeah, but. That's my reaction to the Bellas on commentary.
Oh my God, I hate the Bellas commentary.
But you know what? What they were saying was true, because if I heard correctly, and I had a tweet, even though I don't care if he frickin' blocked me or not, did JBL really question the possibility of the Divas Revolution to WCW, if I'm not mistaken?
I'm really sick of them bringing up WCW in this case.
Thank you.
It's nice.
I mean, was it really necessary to even say that? I mean, that's and I liked Nikki Bella's response, because that was, like, I think, honest from the heart. Like, well, it's our time to revolutionize, just like whatever other women are doing out there in sports. And then JBL has the audacity to say, well, Ronda Rousey may not last forever in her undefeated streak.
Yeah.
Literally at this moment, at this time, Facebook. That was the only problem I had with the match. It wasn't even with the match; it was on commentary. But the match was so superb because Sasha Banks was in it. I mean,
JBL.
what could be better?
JB bloody L.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
I could not believe he said that on commentary. I'm like, did I just hear WCW and just questioning the Divas Revolution? Come on. And
I'm
you know, Michael Cole, too, he was practically begging to get slapped by Sasha Banks in the first Divas match because he was saying stuff to Sasha that was really pissing her off.
Yeah, this match was good for what it was. We pick up from the finish here. Paige went for the PTO. Sasha breaks it up. Paige tossed Sasha to the floor. Tamina gets up on the ring apron. She gets knocked off. And Naomi with a drop toe hold to the middle rope. Tag in the bank statement and roll right in, taps Paige out, and Sasha Banks wins
She
for
looked,
BAD.
she looked really hot winning after that.
That's interesting you mention that because the next segment is what got me happy.
No, I know it, but I'm just saying, like, you know how, like, I don't know.
I know, Aaron, is it time to clean your screen?
No, I'm just like Sasha Banks, like, you know, she is licking her finger, checking her wounds on that lip, and then, you know, she's just looking at the Team Bad, and she's smiling, got that little smirk going on. But, you know, the Team Bad's the hottest thing going in WWE. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, they really are. I mean, except Tina. But, you know, I mean,
Oh, God, why are we talking about Tina?
well, because I feel bad for her. Maybe she does need to learn how to wrestle because she's not really being used.
She doesn't try to kill people like Foxy in the Axe Kick.
Yeah, I mean,
I
you
think
know,
I found a better tag. I think I found a better tag team name for Tamina, Naomi, and Sasha Banks.
Oh.
Makes more sense than bad.
Yeah.
well, I liked Best at Dominating. I don't like Beautiful and Dangerous. I mean, because they're beautiful and they're dangerous.
Best at Dominating sounds something ripped from an E.L. James novel.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think of that, but
Oh, my God, it totally does.
You wouldn't. You're too busy cleaning your screen.
no,
Ah,
I never heard that novel. That's why. No knowledge of that.
Yeah, we're
heard
gonna...
the 50 Shades of Ah.
Oh, God. Yeah, we're about to talk about cleaning screens in a minute.
Oh, and speaking of well, actually, no. Why would I say speaking of clean screens?
Buff it real good, Aaron. Buff it.
Someone is summoning you in the chat room.
Hollywood show confirmed.
I assume it's about 3 letters.
Three letters?
He'll understand what that means.
I
3
know, but
letters?
it's just weird to see that. What?
Yes. So let's talk about one of my personal favorite segments of the night. that rolled into the main event.
It's your personal segment one because I think you have a right feeling. But technically, this podcast I should say, is technically affecting booking.
Technically affecting booking, yeah, I think so. I really think so.
This whole episode, you know, I think was the best booking that I've seen in a long time. I mean, it's how every week Raw should be booked.
No, the best bit of Raw was when that woman in the crowd back in like '98 showed her tits.
Oh, God.
What's really interesting is what Owen was just called in the chat.
What happened?
That came from nowhere. You heard him, Owen. Check your Twitter.
I saw it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'll look into that in a minute.
Oh no.
So, real quick, I want to mention that this segment's mine. This is the segment I was waiting for,
Yeah.
honestly.
Wow.
You two keep on being the dirty bastards. I'll just keep doing.
And his name is John Cena.
I mean, this segment could be yours, but I do want to say something if you're going to talk about the backstage segment of what I saw on the internet. It's people assuming.
Now, think
Oh.
about this. Yeah, you've got Owen doing all his crazy stuff at this thing. You've got Aaron last night rapidly cleaning his screen. And then you've got me just, minding my own business. Think about it.
Oh my
I feel
god.
dirty for just being on this call now.
Okay. So let's talk about this in a rational manner, shall we? Okay.
I'll
Tit!
it's possible.
So Renee Young is in the back for the first time in a long time. I haven't really seen her do like backstage segments in a while.
Sorry, I like to see JoJo and Raw.
You know why? It's because Kevin Owens doesn't like Eden. Hashtag that.
So Renee's got Lana as her special guest. Says there's no permanent damage to Dolph Ziggler's windpipe. They're just waiting for him to get medically cleared. And then, oh my god, Summer Rae shows up.
Channeling Sarah Michelle Gellar in Cruel Intention.
No lie. Oh my god, yes. Totally agreed. And well, first off, Summer Rae is gorgeous. I don't give a crap what any of you say about her. I'll take Summer for myself if you want to go in that direction. But seriously, she's a very beautiful woman. She's dressed like Lana now. And she's got the same Lana outfit and everything, business casual. I've got her hair up in the bun, and it's just, my God, what a visual.
Oh yeah, and the part I wanted to say is the crowd reaction was grand for Summer Rae, which is good. She deserved it. She is a beautiful woman now. I don't know what made me not attracted to her before, but just saying. But she got a great reaction.
You're more interested in her here than you are in the Marine Corps. Thanks, Miz.
No, but I'm just gonna say there was more reaction for her, and people said on Twitter that there was more reaction for her than there was for Lana. Lana turning face was damaged. Really?
Hold on.
Exactly.
Hold on, we need to get to the best bit of this promo.
Right.
Okay, so Summer says it makes me look smarter, makes me look dangerous. So Rusev shows up.
You look... I can't do it. You look tired.
Ashley, go ahead.
You look very good, Summer. Almost angelic. And then they sort of passionately kiss.
Yeah. Lucky bastard. Continue.
Well, I have to go for my match.
And then he says, Lana, you look tired.
You should get some rest.
Lana,
Get some rest.
you look tired. Maybe you should get some rest.
And then he laughs. The only thing missing was a suit for him to play football in. Seriously, I don't know who's watching right now. Thank you, by the way, who is. But somebody's getting this room connection with Lana and Rusev to WWE. Because...
Well, speaking of Rusev, I just wanted to point out just 3 minutes ago, Rusev tweeted, Lana, Garma is best when it comes cold, like you goldfish.
Oh my god! He's selling. He is.
Lisa!
Oh my God! Yes. I don't know what WWE writer wanted to turn him into Tommy Wiseau, but they have. They have turned him into Johnny from The Room.
They have turned Rusev into being a pimp, according to Acer.
He is Johnny. Every single week. I mean, the only thing... I mean... I just expect Rusev to show up at the WWE shop commercial and tell people you're my favorite customer, keep the change.
You look tired. Go to wshop.com and get a t-shirt.
It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her.
Oh, hi, Dolph. Anyway, how was your sex life?
I had a conversation with Amy Schumer. She told me a lot of things.
She told me a lot of things about you. Oh my God. Ha ha ha, very funny. And I still don't know what job I have. Don't touch me, Mother Russia. Seriously though, I don't know how, I don't know why, but the WWE has watched The Room recently because, like I said, Rusev has turned into Tommy Wiseau. That's not a bad thing at
We
all.
need Winston, the bulldog, to come back, because then he can go, hey, little doggy.
Hi, doggy. Oh my God! Don't forget, Summer was dressed in the Lisa dress last week on Raw.
Yes.
A shout out to my friend Juliet Danielle, by the way. Like I do every time that we bring that up. Seriously, like if you have ever seen The Room and you're not paying attention, seriously, man.
I've got them saved in my tablet's memory now, though, in terms of searches, so we might be going to that every week, ladies and gentlemen.
Sweet.
Ah!
And Rusev even throws Johnny tantrums too when he doesn't get his way. And then of course to add insult to injury after Johnny walks away to go fight in the main event, Summer slaps Lana and then walks away.
Yeah, but you know what Summer was asked. You know what Summer's reply to "Did you actually hit her" on the WWE.com exclusive?
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her.
Oh, hi, Rusev. Are you ready for your match now? Oh my God. Oh man.
No, actually, no. Maybe you should get some respite. Is like the bit when it's like, you know, sending the kid off because they want to have sex.
Yeah.
It's literally that.
Oh, hi, Denny. You
Oh,
need to
God
go
damn it, I need
bye-bye
to go.
now.
God damn it! You're making me laugh so hard. I need to go to the toilet. I'm gonna be back in a minute. God.
And I you know, and that was like Rusev's way of telling Lana, like, you know, you look ugly, and so like, you know, if we ever like if a guy ever sees his ex again, he'd just be like, oh, you look tired. You should get some rest.
Seriously though, I mean, like I said, WWE writers have to be watching The Room because it's totally there every single week, and every week it gets more there.
They must be watching social media too. I don't know, because there was a few fans that called Lana ugly when she posted a picture proving a point that not all women need makeup. And so she posted a picture when she had, you know, no makeup on. She's got acne, which is normal, just like any human being. And there were some fans that called her ugly. So screw you, fans who said that.
Yeah, yeah, that was weird because she went on Instagram and she kind of like cried at them, and really trolled them, and I thought that was really awesome of her to do.
I haven't seen that post. I need to see it.
So yeah, I'm interested. I'm very interested in this for good reason. Like I said, anything you can say about the fact that Lana's a very, very beautiful lady, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But I've been a Summer Rae guy since day one, and if I'm in the minority, I will happily stand at the front of that line.
Right.
So yeah, that was something that needed to be talked about in depth. So, as I choke on my non-existent beverage right now, I will say that we go right into the main event. Pretty much a dark match, 6-man tag that you usually get to end the show. That's the best way to put it. The only thing I could think of it was a dark match that pretty much got the faces over and the heels lost and everybody went home happy is pretty much the case.
That's a good way of looking at it.
So basically, it was set up the main event: John Cena, Randy Orton, and Cesaro taking on Kevin Owens, Rusev, and Sheamus. If Ashley was here right now, he'd be playing the Sesame Street sounder. So we pick it up off the midway point right after the commercial break here. And I will state right now that, of course, I'm sure you're really shocked when I say this, that it starts with a chin lock. By Sheamus.
Does that have a new name? Chinlock?
Oh, God, we'll figure it out. Sheamus with a chin lock. Yeah, it's after the commercial break.
Are you not entertained?
Oh, God. Ashley's away when you said that. Awesome. So, I will say right now that we'll go into the match, shall we? Speaking of Sheamus, we'll talk about him in a minute. So, Cesaro escapes from the chin lock, suplex out with a nice counter with a snap suplex. Owens tags himself in. Cesaro fights off Rusev, tags in. Sheamus does Owens, charging shoulder, the knee lift, the axe handle. Cesaro with a Swiss uppercut, 2 occasions, and Sheamus muscles him to the corner, tags Rusev in, and Rusev gets victimized by the Alpamare water slide, which is awesome because this is the second time that we've seen this in a WWE ring. Before that, the last time Cesaro utilized that maneuver was against Sheamus and their matchup on Raw and their matchup at Night of Champions last year. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I always like seeing him break out the Alpamare water slide because it feels like an event, because it really is. So, I will say right now that we continue from that. Owens tagged in, tossed him to the ropes, Swiss uppercut out of the corners, shoved Sheamus off. Cesaro eats the code breaker from Owens. Sheamus tagged in, and he gets up in Owens' face for getting knocked off the ring apron. They shove each other. He nails the axe handle to Owens, and he bombs out. He grabs his briefcase and leaves. So Owens and Cesaro are down. Owens ends up going for the tag, but there's nobody there because my girl's checking on Rusev outside, and of course Sheamus bombed out. So yeah, he has no tag opportunity. So Cesaro escapes. Ends up eating the senton from Owens, tags Rusev in finally, and he calls Rusev an idiot, and Owens super kicks him anyway, leaves him for dead, and walks out. Cesaro tags Orton in, clothesline, duck the clothesline, Samoa Joe style snap power slam. Rusev cuts him off with a knee. Orton hits the exploder, and Michael Cole actually called it that. History was made again tonight. So we are in the main event, Ashley, for now. So at this point, the snakebite DDT, RKO is tossed off, leaping kick to Orton from Rusev. Lana walks to ringside, takes off her shoes, and goes all Austin Powers. Who throws a shoe? Honestly, Lana does. And then Joey Styles style cat fight, and that is awesome. Rusev yells, is like, "You go away, you go away now! Don't touch him, Mother Russia." So exactly.
And we saw Lana's panties again.
I saw Summer Rae's too. I was like,
oh goodness, I saw those.
This is not about being like dirty or anything, but these are very attractive women, and it's nice to see on television. It really is. And I like their feud that they have, and they're building a match. And Lana is actually booked for a mixed tag with Dolph against Rusev and Summer Rae for house shows in September. So I think that they're building to that match. I'm guessing it happens at SummerSlam, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what the censor's reaction was to that cat fight?
So this allows Rusev to get victimized by the AA. Cesaro hits the swing, and the swing is transitioned into a slingshot RKO from Orton. Orton gets the clean pin, faces celebrate, and everybody goes home happy.
Actually, the more I think about it, tonight felt like a pay-per-view. I mean, just how the send-off was. They ended a minute into overtime. Basically, Raw goes until 11:05, 11:06 now, and Michael Cole sent the show off like it was a pay-per-view. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I can see that. It really felt like a big fight feel. I use that term a lot. It's very cliche, but it's very true. It felt like a pay-per-view, without a doubt.
It reigned true tonight, no doubt. Because this was one of the best episodes in a long, long time. Dirt Sheets were right for a change with their opinions. They said it was going to be a big show. Obviously, Sting didn't show up, so I don't know where their sources they got that from. But
I don't know what's going on with that right now.
Huh?
Say again, Owen.
What?
I thought you said something, and how you said something, and then Aaron said something, and it all went. Ah.
I said I don't know why this stuff with Sting is not happening yet.
Yeah,
Well,
right. Not gonna happen yet. But yeah, no. This episode was just every week's Raw.
All we know is one thing. That's what we know.
And we only have one person to blame.
Yeah. Damn you, Rusev.
Yeah.
You're tearing us apart, Rusev.
They're tearing us apart. No, seriously.
And I think that there was one tweet I forgot. I should have retweeted it and just brought it up during the podcast. This person said that this show felt like no. The future of WWE is not how Vince McMahon sees it. Something like that. Along those lines, it's how Triple H sees it. Tonight felt like a Triple H production.
Your main event tonight was the Divas tag match.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because, dear Lord, did that main event feel like a dark match?
Yeah, it really did. It felt like, it honestly felt like the six-man tag that they had at Beast in the East.
Oh my God, I was just gonna say that. Oh my goodness, it's like Beast in the East all over again. But this is on cable television. This is how you get ratings, and if this Raw did not get good ratings, that's pretty sad. We'll find out tomorrow. And it's not always about ratings because WWE makes their money with advertising and sponsors, but this was an awesome episode that people should have watched, even though the mainstream popularity, interest level in professional wrestling is going down. But I was. If I went back into wrestling, if I started being a fan for a long time, didn't watch any product, and I picked one product to watch, and I didn't know all these products were existent, so I just turned to WWE because I didn't know all about all the other products, and I watched this show. I would tune in next week. I'd be a fan again.
Let's hope that happens for the ratings, because WWE could use a nice little ratings boost, especially given the fact that it's almost the end of summer already.
Yeah, especially after a night.
Hang on, I need to go to our technical people that are working over here.
Okay.
Have we got the figures yet in terms of what the ratings are?
Oh wow. So that's an interesting way to go. So yeah, that was Raw tonight, and it was really entertaining. It really was. It wasn't like an edge of my seat type thing, but honestly, it kept me entertained. It really did.
Are you not entertained?
Oh God.
Oh my word! Good old Jim Braddock. Oh
man. Naughty but a goodie.
If he keeps doing this, I'm gonna run out of Russell Crowe films. Russell, make more films.
I mean, he's just selling oranges on the side of the road with Ed Harris in California right now, so I mean, anything's possible.
next week just seems like it's going to be another must-see Raw. I'm predicting after a night, how can you top this week's show? And I just don't want to ever hear JBL question the Divas Revolution again. That's my only wishful thinking right there. But yeah, no, it was just a awesome episode. And there was one theme park blogger. I don't know if you know him, Owen. View from the Cheap Seats. He said his interest for SummerSlam is like bottom. He doesn't care now because Cena's on the card.
I know, and I understand that mentality. I do. Yeah. I mean, I don't subscribe to it, but I understand where people are coming from.
Yeah, I mean,
I understand where Kyle's coming from when he says that.
Yeah, Kyle, that's his name. And me and him had a couple tweets about it. I don't think he's like Tim Tracker where he tweets you nonstop, back to back, whatever. But it's just like I didn't want to be rude, but it's almost like I see it from both ways. But if you're not going to be interested in SummerSlam, but yet you have Taker versus Lesnar and all these other feuds that are going to build up, that's your problem. If you're not interested in SummerSlam because you're depending on Cena's going to win, he's going to beat Rollins. Okay, so what? Lesnar and Undertaker may headline for all we know. At least that's what I would want them to do.
Yeah, and they should have headlined. And obviously Taker needs to headline most of the time, but they never do it that way. So it's not going to headline. It's going to be Cena and Rollins that's going to headline. But then again, we've got 5 weeks to actually get us to that point. Exactly. So who knows what's going to be on the road ahead, honestly. How many dates Brock is actually booked for the road to SummerSlam is my question.
It's obvious what's on the road ahead.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, his name is John Cena. So, real quick, I want to mention a couple of things Acer said in chat. Getting all the summer all summer long for Mr. Owen. Damn Skippy. Summer Rae dressed up nearly exactly like Lana. Hot damn, what a businesswoman that Summer got there. Lana is still great as always. Rusev being a pimp. That vintage Bulgarian laugh. And Lana looks natural without makeup. Those damn bastards. WWE is certainly utilizing Summer Rae into that role there for sure.
Thank you. And actually, it shows that the internet can't assume too much because the internet said that because of that segment just with Summer Rae backstage and there was no reaction for Lana, turning her face was damaged. No, it wasn't, because when she came out and got involved in the main event, she got cheered.
But here's the weird thing about Rusev. Rusev comes off like a babyface right now. He really does. Especially with him being left alone to face off against the big babyfaces in the main event. Rusev has come off as a sympathetic babyface throughout this entire storyline. They gotta watch that, or they're gonna end up turning him face. Unless that's what they want, which is a possibility, I guess.
Oh, hang on, we've got WWE.com exclusive just in. We've got Rusev today. This is like, I guess, CCTV footage of him getting Summer's attire for tonight.
Can I help you? Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please? The wait for me You're my favorite customer. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Oh, that's awesome.
Why?
Because I know how awesome that is. Ashley, I thank you so much for the room clips tonight.
I think Acer thought that soundbite was going to be, and yes, his name is John fucking Cena!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, we've had some fun tonight. We really have during the podcast. I'm wide awake. I don't even know what that was. So
and Acer also said, because this just came in, he said Lana got her revenge back at Summer, throwing her shoes like she doesn't give a crap, LOL. And also, if Summer Rae's not at SummerSlam.
Oh no, trust me, it's going to happen. They're going to do the mixed tag at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Now,
if Summer Rae isn't at SummerSlam, you know who's going to take Summer Rae's place.
His name is John Cena.
God! Oh man, we've had so much fun tonight. That I don't know. We may as well get like a soundboard for the podcast because it seems like Ashley's got a plethora of
Trust
different
me, if
things.
I had a better computer, I'd so line all these up so it could just.
Oh
I need to-
God!
this is giving me more and more drive to get it out of the cardboard boxes and fit it up because the more and more I can just simply go.
Never has a sounder given me so much joy in the history of life.
I watched that video
No,
because
I wouldn't say that's true.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa!
Yes. Yes.
Acer had tweeted that video earlier today of the Z100 interview with WWE phone scam call. It was just so funny. Yeah, that video, it's just one of those videos that never gets old, especially like the lady. She's like, I don't care. We are not going to have any WWE more in this house.
Oh my God.
Funniest thing. Hi. Yes, hello? Is Champ there? Who? Champ? Who is Champ? His name is John Cena!
That was bad timing for both of you because you both should have worked that out. So in the second when he said, "Who's who?" and then the Sesame Street Sounders back, sweet. I think once you actually have like a soundboard on a podcast, I think you've made it. So now I can officially say that we have furthermore
I'm
made
just
it.
having to manually do it. So.
Oh God. Because we're not in a studio right now. We're basically 3 different computers in completely different places right now. So
We are not AfterBuzz TV. No
no,
disrespect to them.
there is no wrestling in this house.
Aaron,
What?
Aaron can't be on his computer.
Oh God, why?
About him on my laptop.
Because he hasn't finished cleaning his screen.
Oh! Shots fired.
It's time to conjugate the verb. Now.
Okay, from out of nowhere.
Oh God. But I will say I love even though the main event was kind of just a throwaway like dark match, I did enjoy it and it was a good solid match and I love the finish. I love the RKO out of the slingshot. I thought that was an awesome finish and something that needs to happen a lot more often.
This is random, but I like when Michael Cole says Vintage Ambrose now, like he's been WWE for years.
I don't like that because when he breaks out the Nigel, he doesn't weigh too much. So yeah, and that's it. That's all that needs to be said.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
So yeah, that's what we've got for the podcast tonight. Just to let you know right now, there is a contest that is on Fandango right now, and
I thought we were gonna have a contest.
you can enter a chance.
Correct. Just to make sure, it isn't the wrestler, the website.
No, I wish. Fandango.com, which means of course Owen can't participate. For good reason. There is a chance to win a VIP weekend of horror at Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood this year. You get 4 front-of-the-line passes to Horror Nights.
Aaron turned into Brock Lesnar.
Oh, God. to experience Guillermo del Toro's Crimson Peak, Maze of Madness. And you also get reserved seating at a live show, which we may be talking about tomorrow, but I'll get to that in a minute. 4 Fandango tickets to see Crimson Peak on the big screen, hotel accommodations in LA, round-trip airfare to LA, and ground transportation between LAX and your hotel. So that's available on Fandango.com if you want to check that out. I want to thank Aaron for showing me that.
I need to sum up the reaction from Aaron to that.
You're an inanimate fucking object. You're an inanimate fucking object!
Yes.
I mean, like, really, Owen, what if I won that?
You're going to take me. That's what's going to happen. And don't even joke. That's going to happen. If you win, I'm going.
How would that work? You'd have to make your way down to Florida, and then we go.
No, I wouldn't, because what you basically do in that situation is you say, okay, I've got this number of people, but I have another person that's going. You need to fly them from another airport.
Right. Oh.
it will work. And then if that happens, then I will...
Or you just spend the airfare. You could just spend the airfare, and then just fly to somewhere else in Florida that's far away from the thing.
Oh,
So it's
God.
cheaper for you.
You know, honestly, that would be the only way I would see Crimson Peak Maze of Madness this year.
Well,
And speaking of that, a quick programming note tomorrow. Alex Show Official is doing a podcast at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's going to be featuring myself along with Mr. Entertainment and my good friend Tristan. We're going to be talking about Halloween Horror Nights, and I'm not sure if we're going to be talking about Orlando or Hollywood or both. We're going to be talking about Insidious, Crimson Peak, and Freddy vs. Jason, so that's going to be coming up tomorrow. So I will tweet out a link to that later, and Aaron, I'm sure, will do the same.
That's going to be an awesome time.
Should be fun. I will say right now that we've had a lot of fun tonight. We've had a lot of laughs. We really have a lot more than normal, and we have an interesting product here. We really do, but we appreciate the fact that you've stuck in with us throughout the entire podcast, and the fact that we go like 2 hours plus a night. That's just how it works sometimes. Like, you get talking, and then you forget what day it is and what time it is, and then the next thing you know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and you've been talking since 11:30. So, a little bit before 11:30, technically. So, yeah, I definitely want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. I want to thank Acer in the chat once again. If you want to follow him on Twitter, please do. He's Jam Up Guy. It's Acer1337, yes, in a row, and you can catch that on Twitter. Ashley's Pop soundboard is not available anywhere. The only way you can find it is if you manually look him up yourself, just like Ashley does.
Yeah. And you know who to blame for that.
You should have. If I had a camera right now on me, instead of showing the Frozen Lemonade picture, I'd literally mouth that as you were setting that up, because that joke was just like telegraphed. It really was. It was like a drop kick. So once again, like I said, I want to thank everyone for joining us. I want to thank all the newcomers to Pop, and hopefully you'll stick around. We've got a lot of content on this channel. There's a lot of wrestling on this channel. I focus on NXT. And we do weekly Raw Popcasts. We also do the pay-per-views as well. You can check that out. And we also have a lot of Halloween Horror Nights content on this channel, too. So that's from both coasts, both Orlando and Hollywood. So I talk about that. We have regular segments every week. We have Gaming with Ash. Ashley hosts every Saturday. And Ashley, what do we got coming this Saturday? A charity drive is what you were talking about last night at Battleground?
That's what you got coming up. No. Yeah, we've got, well, I won't say too much, but it's a speedrunning event that starts at the end of next week, goes on for a week, and raising money for some charity, which I don't want to tell you, because then that ruins the material for next week.
Fair enough, and that's going to be coming at you.
Thankfully, because I'll remember to have done it, that will be up certainly early enough to give them all the attention. I'll probably have to give Owen a link to get like an appropriate thumbnail for that one.
Well, that sounds good. I got no problem with that. I love doing thumbnails because I'm actually doing them now, and I've noticed since doing thumbnails, it actually makes people watch the videos more. So yeah. Plus, it's going to work really well on our.
With the last one, you should have saved the thumbnail with the start of the video that I did.
You have three options.
Some people might prefer me that way.
You have 3 options on those videos, and I don't believe that was one of them. So, real quick, I want to mention, we talked a little bit about charity. I want to mention a really awesome charity called Give Kids the World Village, and Doc from Season 7 of Face Off. You can check him out at DocFX13 on Twitter. He is auctioning off a special mask that was created for Giggles and Gore Incorporated last year for Halloween Horror Nights 24. And it's only available for another 5 days and 19 hours as of this very moment. It's up to $510 with a $12 shipping, and you can check that out. There'll be a link on my Twitter right now. It's on eBay. It's under Giggles and Gore Behemoth Clown Mask from Universal Halloween Horror Nights 24, and all proceeds benefit Give Kids the World Village, which is a charity that is very near and dear to my heart. So check that out. 100% check that out if you are able to. You can own a piece of history from Halloween Horror Nights, plus you can help out an incredible charity just the same. So I wanted to mention that as well before we get off here. So, more programming, I'll let you know. We also do segments every week. We have the Vlog of Randomness, which is not a regular segment any longer. It is on sabbatical. Will be returning soon. We have Versus every single week. We have AJ's movie reviews every single week. We have Sip and Snack. It's a segment everybody seems to love. It's every single week, and that's content every single day from whether it's myself or it's AJ or Ashley or the Popcast that include...
Just because I've realised something.
Go ahead.
It's called a vlog of randomness.
Yes.
The idea is that you shouldn't expect when it's going to happen.
It's a regular segment.
When the vlog of randomness happens, it's random. You don't know when.
It's not the segment timing that's random. It's the segment itself, like the content that's random. That's the reason why it's called the vlog of randomness.
Yeah, but it should also be just a vlog of randomness because you don't know what's going to happen. Added air of mystery.
It will be returning in the near future, so that's coming your way. And I will say right now that we are really working on that brand new... It's a big deal. It's going to be a new app for Pop, so you can get that on your smartphone or tablet. If you're a iOS user, you can pick that up on iTunes, but I won't have that information for quite a while. My good friend Aaron is also currently working on a new logo for Pop, so we're not going to have the logo that we have currently. We're actually going to get a brand new logo, so then we can start really promoting with a brand new logo. We're on MoviePilot.com every single week. You can check us out, Suro and Disney, on MoviePilot.com. We have Gaming with Ash. We have Halloween Horror Nights News. We have Versus, and we have AJ's movie reviews. And that's all your way. So, once again, I want to, before we get off here, Ashley you can check out on Twitter at AshIsMyNameUK, and check him out on email. It's sticks@snsradionetwork.com. You can catch Ashley every single week along with Sandro in a show called The Whole Indie Show where they talk about independent wrestling. And Ashley, what do you have on tap this week?
By the sounds of it, we might be having a little interview to hype up Beyond Wrestling's American Horror show this weekend, so should be good.
Sounds awesome, and that's coming your way. Aaron, of course, you can check out on at Mr. ENT92 on Twitter, and he's also on Instagram, and you can check him out at worldofwinning.webs.com. That's his official website, and you can check out all the Mr. Entertainment info on that website. Aaron, is there anything else I'm missing here? Wrestling Amino, I believe, is also a location for yourself?
Yes, just Mr. Entertainment there, and Mr. Entertainment on live stream on...
Live stream, okay.
And Vine.
Missing
also.
his dig.
Whoa.
Hashtag clean your screen.
I didn't mean that sort of dig. Bloody hell.
It's 2 o'clock, give me a break.
What side are you on?
But,
Summer
also,
Rae.
Also, I will... What I hope to be able to do this week is I have set plans, though, on Friday to be at the TNA Impact Wrestling tapings, but also on Wednesday as well. So hopefully I can hit up a couple or several TNA tapings, and of course when I'm there, if Wi-Fi does permit somehow, I will give social media coverage. If not, just know I'll be there and I'll come back with pictures. I won't come back with results. Don't ask me for results. I don't spoil anything.
That's what websites are for, people. So Aaron won't give you results, but other places will.
Just be grateful I'm giving you pictures. That's even bad enough because that's not it's not going to air. Whatever I see is probably not going to air for another month.
If you want results from the TNA tapings, let's be honest. You know which man is going to win every single match. Yes! Get hype, people! 5 weeks till Liger's back!
You know it. Wow. If we want to talk about breaking copyrights on a podcast, I think we've pretty much reached the pinnacle tonight.
It's on YouTube. It's their fault.
We're on YouTube. It's their fault.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've had a great time tonight. We want to thank everyone for joining us. Thank you for joining us in chat. Thank you for joining us on either live or on archive. And we want to join you again next week. We'll be discussing Raw yet again. We'll be 4 weeks away from SummerSlam, and also means 4 weeks away from Halloween Horror Nights. So, which I get hyped. There's the get hyped right there. So.
Yep.
Oklahoma City next week.
Oh boy, should be interesting. We'll see what kind of crowd that is. So that's going to be the end of another very successful podcast here on Pop. Like I said, real quick, I want to thank Mr. Entertainment for joining us yet again. Aaron, thank you for joining us.
You're absolutely welcome. This was really fun. I think we always have fun, whether it was a good Raw or bad Raw, but this was, more fun because this was a great Raw.
Ashley, thank you for bringing the Sounders to the dance here. Much appreciated.
I just noticed something. Raw in 2 weeks is coming from San Jose, California.
Ooh.
And by the sounds of it, Aaron needs to clean his screen, so I'm running away.
That's interesting.
Okay, back to normal.
So that's what we've got for this week. Ashley, thank you for joining us in the wee hours of the morning here. I think it's daylight for you by now.
Yeah, the birds are going, you should be asleep, you bastard!
And of course, this week, if you...
Wrong type of birds, it's Lana and Summer Rae. Alright.
Happy day. So that means also this week you can kick us into a brand new edition of AJ's Movie Reviews. We're going to be talking about Pixels, Paper Towns, as well as Southpaw. We're going to be looking into True Story, as well as the new Joe Dirt straight to... I can't call it straight to DVD movie. I can basically just say it's like a straight to internet movie, pretty much. And yes,
Internet.
Sharknado 3 is coming to Pop, just like the other two. So check that out.
Oh my word.
And brand new versus.
You are. I just want to say you are seeing Pixels. I wish you luck.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. Trust me. So basically, you also can check out Versus this Sunday. Your cryptic comment is Road Trip. So check that out on Sunday. And we got a lot of stuff coming. Halloween Horror Nights news sounds to me like there's a possibility of an announcement either this week or next. I guess if I had to take a stab at it, I'm guessing we may get a little reboot action. And not in the way that everybody thinks. Thank you very much. So...
Has Aaron not had his daily dose of orgasms? What's going on here?
I'm just getting excited here.
Yeah, but they're excited and, dear Lord.
So, yeah, that being said, I want to thank you guys and girls out there for watching. And any parting words from Mr. Entertainment?
Don't touch me.
Ashley, you know what you need to do now.
You're going to have to kill me.
That wasn't what I was expecting.
Wait,
when he
that
said
connotation sounds really wrong. I apologize.
When he said "don't touch me," you know what the response is.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me, Mom. You need to get that sounder ready. Prepare for next time.
I thought you said don't hit me, and I was gonna go.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her.
Oh, hi, Aaron.
Stop cleaning your screen. Go play football in a tuxedo.
I will clean my screen if I want to.
You are cleaning the screen apart, Aaron.
So that's all we've got for tonight. Go watch The Room as soon as possible if you haven't yet to get anything that we're talking about here on the podcast, and you'll totally understand why WWE has done just that lately in the booking of Rusev, Lana, and Summer Rae. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys and girls out there for watching. And until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all we got to say about that.
His name is John C.